Thank you for staying with us. It's 25 days to the 2023 presidential general election, so to say. And I still have Babajide Kolade Otitoju and Mojid Jamiu in the studio. So, same problem, same calamity, and remain unperturbed after several similar incidents. Tragedy struck at Ojuelegba in Surulere local government area of Lagos State on Sunday when a container-laden truck fell on a commercial minibus, popularly called Korope. 7 occupants died in the process. This is very, very gruesome. I saw it yesterday, and that same Ojuelegba, there's something wrong with Ojuelegba, and these containers, Lagos State will need to come out with a drastic measure to make sure these containers are well, attached to the trucks before moving out of their stations.
The truth is, we are just not doing enough. We are not doing enough. Some time ago, we said these articulated trucks should only move at night.
Yes.
But we still see, one of the reasons they did that was to stop this kind of accidents. But we still see them moving in daytime and killing our people. There is no reason why we shouldn't be able to implement our laws effectively. If we have to stop these guys moving around in daytime, we have to enforce the law.
Fully.
We have to enforce the law. And why should people, even me, sometimes when I'm driving and I'm beside a flatbed truck carrying a 50-foot container, I'm always scared because a lot of them do not clamp the container to the body of their trucks. And when you fail to clamp them, any little, even if he puts his leg, he puts one of his tires, goes into a little ditch in the middle of the road, it can easily, the container can easily fall on moving cars. So, the laws are there, but we do not enforce them. There is no reason for us to be losing people in this manner. It has to stop.
It's rather unfortunate, and I think that was the only woman that was rescued there alive. I think there were reports that a woman survived after the Lasema. There's this thing they call Goliath. I mean, that moves heavy trucks. Was able to move up the distance. So the woman is in a critical condition at the A&E. But basically, like Ejide said, most of these containers are unlatched. They are supposed to be latched onto the flatbeds of those articulated vehicles that carry them. And apart from that, from some of the reports, it was discovered that an eyewitness said the recklessness of the articulated vehicle's driver led to this accident. He was trying to block the Korope from overtaking him. And for a vehicle as big as that, if you swerve anyhow, you will lose what you have. And I want to believe, because you won't say it is a bad road. That place is a very, very smooth road between Ojuelegba and Fade. At the time it was bad, but now it is very, very smooth. So if not due to recklessness on the part of the truck driver, this accident shouldn't have happened. At a point, they were told not to climb that Ojuelegba bridge.
Honestly, there was a barrier.
The barrier, they will always break it. These guys will go there at night and break it. So they are not supposed to be passing on top of the bridge. And I think from what I'm seeing here, this one is trying to ascend the bridge. So they are not supposed to be passing that bridge. They are supposed to go through the underpass. But because normally there is traffic because of those because of the vehicles that normally turn there. I mean, the traffic. They want to avoid that traffic, and the traffic can take you more than 10 minutes. Now, it has cost between 8 and 9 lives, needlessly. That because of the recklessness. I mean, they believe they own the roads. Those truck drivers, even those who drive the tankers too. So, I think we need to enforce these our laws more. Probably go back to those rules that say they shouldn't apply the certain roads before 6 p.m.
Usually, I think in terms of enforcement of our laws, I think the Lagos State government will need to do more.
Yes.
Do more in terms of the recklessness. The part of drivers, commercial bus drivers. And even
Nigerians don't want to obey any law. There is a need to have some form of task force involving LASMA, civil defense, and
road safety.
Even anti-riot police, road safety, and personnel of the army. Because a lot of these guys are very violent. I don't think LASMA guys can handle them.
I'm telling them, they kill them.
Very, very bad.
So, because of that, you need better armed and better trained security personnel to deal with the situation. They can't keep killing our people the way they are doing. Sometimes these trucks will be carrying petrol, and they will trip on top of the bridge, set innocent people ablaze, set many cars ablaze. These kind of accidents are avoidable. And then even the health of those vehicles. So those vehicles, we don't check the roadworthiness of vehicles before they're allowed to move around. Yet people pay for so-called roadworthiness. But in natural fact, some of those vehicles are rickety, they are not in a good state, and they are prone to accidents.
And if you unleash the VIO guys on them now, on people now, they won't find it funny because that's another kettle of fish. And finally, they had